for all of these people, all these familiar faces in the building here today.
Hold on tight, Fever fans, because this story is about to blow up the entire WNBA conversation. Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White has just confirmed what many didn't want to believe: the team's long-term plan is not centered around Caitlin Clark. That's right. The number 1 overall pick, the player who transformed college basketball viewership and broke every record imaginable, may not be the franchise foundation fans thought she was. White's statement has divided fans, angered analysts, and sparked a firestorm across social media. Some say it's a smart coaching move, others call it a betrayal of the player who revived the Fever's relevance. Tonight, we're breaking down what Stephanie White actually said, why she said it, and how it could change everything for the Fever moving forward. Hey Hoops family, welcome back to the channel where we bring you the real stories behind the headlines. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a WNBA story that's shaking the internet. Now, let's get into this bombshell from Indianapolis, because what Coach White just said might shift the entire direction of the Fever franchise. It all started during an interview with a local Indiana sports outlet. Stephanie White was asked directly if the Fever were planning their next roster moves around Caitlin Clark's style of play. Her answer? Calm, confident, but shockingly blunt: "We're not building around one player, we're building a team that can compete for years to come." That one sentence set the internet on fire. Fans immediately flooded social media, questioning how the Fever could not center their offense around one of the most marketable and talented rookies in league history. One viral tweet read, "Imagine saying this about Caitlin Clark when she literally saved your franchise." But from White's point of view, the message wasn't disrespect, it was structure. She's been vocal all season about her goal to build chemistry, defense, and depth rather than a one-star system. Still, the timing of the statement couldn't have been more explosive. The Fever had just wrapped up a roller coaster season, flashes of brilliance from Clark, frustration from vets like Kelsey Mitchell, and inconsistency across the board. Some insiders believe White's comments were aimed at keeping locker room balance, especially after reports of friction over Clark's media spotlight. A league source told The Athletic, "The Fever are walking a fine line between marketing and basketball." White wants to protect the locker room from becoming the Caitlin Clark show. And honestly, it makes sense. Since her debut, Caitlin has been the face of the league, breaking attendance records, dominating ESPN coverage, and even shifting ticket sales for opposing arenas. But all that attention can be both a blessing and a curse. Interestingly, Caitlin Clark hasn't said a word publicly since White's comments went viral, a move many fans are interpreting as grace under pressure. Meanwhile, Fever veteran Kelsey Mitchell posted a cryptic story that read, "Winning is a team game. Always has been." That line, combined with White's statement, has people wondering if the Fever are quietly pushing for a more balanced system, one that doesn't revolve solely around their rookie superstar. However, not everyone is happy about that approach. Fans on Reddit and X have blasted the team, accusing them of not appreciating the once-in-a-generation player they have. One comment summed it up perfectly: "You don't get Caitlin Clark and say you're not building around her. That's like drafting Steph Curry and saying you're focusing on defense." In truth, this might be a strategic move from White, a way to manage expectations and reduce pressure. The Fever have several cornerstone players, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Nalissa Smith, all of whom were drafted high and expected to develop into long-term pieces. By saying the Fever aren't building around Caitlin, White may be reinforcing that the team's identity isn't one-dimensional. It's a subtle way to keep veterans engaged and rookies grounded. But here's the reality: whether she likes it or not, Caitlin Clark is the centerpiece of this franchise, both on the court and in the business world. Her name fills seats. Her game fuels broadcasts. Her presence has already doubled the Fever's brand value. So the question isn't whether Indiana is building around her. It's whether they can afford not to. Stephanie White's comments might sound controversial, but maybe, just maybe, they're exactly what the Fever need. Because when hype meets reality, and talent meets leadership, that's where dynasties are born. Still, fans will be watching every move. Is this truly a team-first approach or a warning shot about internal tension? Either way, the Fever just lit the spark for one of the biggest off-season conversations in women's basketball.